5 News Around the Corner, sponsored by Ghirardelli Chocolate.
Arthur Browning discovered the cave 100 years ago, and this is what he found.
Oh my goodness, this is so neat. So on this week's episode of Around the Corner, we're about to go exploring here in Missouri.
Yeah, we're at Bluff Dwellers Cave, and as Ray mentioned, it's always 56 degrees, right? So it feels nice in here.
It feels good, yeah. Ray and Andrew, they give tours, and they're going to take us on one today, and you're going to go with us. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
You know, my grandfather, they were a farmer, like a lot of people in this area, and noticed cold air coming out of a hole inside of the bluff. So they went in and discovered this cave.
Showed up with their pickaxes and lanterns and
They had
worked
to
their way
dig
through
their
that
way
little
in.
basketball-sized hole.
And some of the passageways that we'll walk through today were only like 18 inches when he went in. He was crawling.
Oh,
so that's
geez.
filled back in with clay.
So this is where he came in. He came up here, looked down there. That passageway was full of rocks, so they walked in the water. And these are actually, you can barely see them, these are his footprints from 1925.
I thought growing up that everybody had a cave in their backyard.
Yeah.
What a
I
flex.
didn't know how special it was until as an adult. And then you go, wow, this is a pretty cool place.
Oh, cool.
And I have some bongo drums over here. Now, I don't know if any of you follow Bigfoot, but have any of you ever wondered why he's Bigfoot, not Big Feet? That's because he got stuck in the clay here and he had to leave his left foot. And if you want to come over here, I'll show you his foot, toes, and
It does
toenails.
look like a foot.
Look at it.
Look
Do
at all
you
the
see it?
toes.
This duck has been there 90 plus years.
This rubber, so this is like a original rubber
Yes.
ducky.
Who put the duck there?
I love the rubber
There was a
ducky.
tour guide. You know, kids would come in, they would look at this water and they go, oh, duck pond.
Danny, what's the weather looking like today?
Well, I tell you what, folks, from this fancy thermometer, 56 degrees here today, and for the next 12 hours, it is also going to be 56 degrees. So a consistent forecast. I'd say it's pretty cloudy.
7-day forecast?
7-day forecast, 56 for a high, 56 for a low, 56 for a high, 56 for a low.
Eventually, those two are going to come together and form what we call a column. Now, some caves call them pillars, but since we're in the Ozarks, we all know a pillar is what you lay your head on.
So we ended up right here in the museum where we got to see a lot of the ancient artifacts that they pulled out of the cave.
Yeah, and with that we saw a lot of really cool rocks, and so we need to find some for ourselves.
Yeah, so we're gonna go panning for our own rocks, and guys, I think this one's the
I think
one.
there's some crystals.
Danny, that's the one I wanted.
Well, Joe, it's mine now.
We can share, guys.
Okay, that's the good one. Let's do it. We'll see you next time on
Around the Corner.
Dibs on the crystal.
You know, one of the things I loved, besides loving the cave and it being spacious, is that gift shop. Danny, you and I, we were shopping in there.
We were.
I want to go there just to visit the gift shop to buy like some of their stones and things,
Very cool
their
stuff.
necklaces. Beautiful.
And you didn't get to see it, but we actually, what do you call it for the rocks? We panned for the rocks. Danny got the big crystal,
The amethyst.
the amethyst. It is on his coffee table.
That's why I was giving him a hard time saying that's the one I picked because I knew that crystal was in there.
I know, and Joe didn't tell me that. I'm like, Joe, help a girl out.
Danny,
You must be the favorite.
just lucky.
Oops.
You must be
All
the
right.
favorite, Danny.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.